Hi, my name is Brianna Fanzo, and I'm a senior criminal justice major. In my spring semester junior year, I wrote a research paper for my philosophy of science class that revolves around systematic testimonial injustice and its detrimental effects since it often goes unnoticed. Since this time, I have done thorough research on my prime example of this kind of injustice. This example is Rosalind Franklin's experiences in the science field. In order to understand what injustice she faced, it is important to lay out a basic definition of systematic testimonial injustice. Miranda Fricker defines testimonial injustice as a disadvantage attributed to a speaker by a hearer based on some type of prejudice. If this injustice occurred in a single instance and had a domino effect on the speaker, then it would be an example of systematic testimonial injustice. My main example of this kind of injustice was the injustice that Rosalind Franklin experienced as a woman in the science field. I would like to give a general explanation of the injustice she faced. Rosalind Franklin contributed to the discovery of DNA with her male colleagues and was not publicly praised like them. She took an X-ray using research techniques such as X-ray diffraction that revealed the helical structure of DNA. These pictures were used by her colleagues to win them a Nobel Peace Prize without her permission to publish it or to discuss her findings. This injustice of ignoring her and suppressing her in the scientific field by society was rooted by prejudice, which in this case was sexism. In the eyes of society, her work was less credible than her male peers. When her peers Watson, Wilkins, and Crick accepted their Nobel Peace Prize after her death, she was not mentioned in their speeches at all. Clearly, this is an example of systematic testimonial injustice because this is another injustice she faced politically and economically because of her gender. She was not attributed the fair amount of credibility because of her gender, which is the testimonial injustice, and then she was exposed to more injustices by not having economic, political, and educational recognition, which makes her experience as an example of systematic testimonial injustice. What inspired me to use her as my prime example in my discussion were my feminist viewpoints. I am someone who believes in the equality for all people regardless of race, gender, ethnicity, etc. So when I was researching the topic, it really caught my attention because it was something I had never heard before or seen and seemed clear to me to be an issue. The fact that it was not highly publicized or talked about really caught my attention and made me want to learn more about her role in the discovery of DNA. Systematic testimonial injustice results in a blockage or delay in the epistemic advancements in the scientific field. Since the goal of science is to expose the truth of the world, prejudices will continue to stand in the way of achieving this goal. Therefore, prejudices are the root of the issue and need to be extinguished. Furthermore, prejudice leads to credibility deficit, which leads to ignorance. This domino effect is detrimental to the goals of science. The absence of systematic testimonial injustice will be difficult to achieve, but it will lead to larger and faster advancements in the scientific field, which will lead towards the goal of revealing the truth about the world. Overall, this process has been challenging and extremely educationally beneficial for me. I want to thank Dr. Waller for her support in my research and always being available for assistance. This research journey has shown me that my work can be impactful and eye-opening, especially when guided by Iona faculty such as Dr. Waller. It has encouraged me to continue to call attention to issues that I see in the world around me and to use my voice to express existing issues in society that can only be addressed once people are made aware of them. I am grateful for this opportunity to contribute to the virtual Iona Scholars Day, and thank you for listening.